Hey guys, welcome back to Welcome Home Custom. Today we are going to learn how to make our book valet. Let's get started. Okay, so we are going to assemble our book valet holder thingy. So I already coated these with some polyacrylic polyurethane spray. So these are already protected. And then I went ahead and dyed my leather already. I used EcoFlow oil dye in dark brown. Applying the oil, or the leather, I should say, I just used a paintbrush and I brushed it on. It's very easy to do. It just goes on and it soaks right into the leather. This is veg tan 2 to 3 ounce leather that I got from Tandy Leather Goods. I have some Chicago screws that are a 1/4 inch in length, and I can add the Amazon listing for that. I have some E6000 glue. This is to glue the leather to the wood, and then I'm going to use wood glue to glue the wood to the wood. I typically use Titebond 3. That's way too much glue, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and start assembling. Well, let's go through the file real quick. You will see one file that has these together with this and this. You can, if you are doing the leather, you can ignore this scoring here. I left the scoring if you didn't want to do the additional leather right here. You will have to do the leather for the top, or you can use a fake leather as well. Totally up to you. Then this is the back. These holes here are if you want to use it as a charger as well. You will notice when you open the file that the holes are actually a little bit smaller. I reduced them in size to fit like a USB size plug, and that's so you can hide your phone and charge it maybe while you're reading your book. Okay, we have got this piece that goes on top. This will go in back. This is the design that goes in front. And then you'll see this piece. This is actually to go inside, and that again is to hold your phone up. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we can glue these two pieces together. And I'm just going to dab glue on here. I could use my glue bot too, which is a glue bottle I have that works really well, but I'm just going to dab. My slots are tight enough that once I add the back, this won't move at all. You'll see what I mean. So when you open the file, you'll notice that there are tons of sizes. That is to be used with a wood measurement or material measurement tool. There's a free one in my free section on my website. Do not use calipers because those will not give you the measurement you're looking for. So we're going to go ahead and line these up like so. And then we're going to immediately add our back. So line the back up with the back slot. And if it doesn't go down right away, that means our slots are not perfectly lined up. Actually have an additional piece of leather that I ended up not working. Use it to protect my wood. There. Okay. So that is on there tight. Clean up our glue. Now we have this piece to go right here. Get it started on one side. We are going to go ahead and attach, we're going to back up a second. We're going to attach this to the top with our Chicago screws. We are doing this just to get a measurement. So I am screwing these in. Okay, So we are going to line this up with the top. So can you guys see how those two are lined up? And then we're just going to wrap this over the top like this. And I'm going to mark it on the back. So I'm going to just put a little dot back here so I know where I need to glue it down. Now I can go ahead and take this off. Whew. Set this aside for now. We can come back to that in a second. So what we're doing is we are going to line this up and we are going to glue it down. So when it's put back together, that leather hangs over the top. So we can actually take this off on both sides. So now we are going to add glue to our leather. And we can dab it, trying to get glue kind of up towards the edge. So let's go ahead and we'll use this as our straight edge so that our two boards are lined up. Okay. And then we are going to set this down over our screw holes. And we can go ahead and set the screws in. I'm going to slide this up to our measurement that we took. Okay. So now we need to let this dry. I wouldn't try to flex it for quite a while. Really let it set up. E6000. I don't know if it sets up in 30 minutes, but I would probably give it longer. Okay. So we're just going to let this dry. It's really adhered on there. Seems that I don't seem to need to weigh it down. It really stuck to it right away. So while we're waiting on that, we can go ahead and come back over to this piece. So we are going to glue this together and we're basically lining it up in the front. This we want right here so that when this is put together, this part sits into that slot. Okay. So we're going to just dab glue all the way around this. You could use 3M for this part. I'm not going to worry too much about the glue seeping on the inside because I am going to cover those with leather. So I'm going to line it up, set it down, and then clean up. So you should have a fairly visible seam in the front. It did seep, but that's okay. I can just scrape it. Okay. Now I'm going to glue in my leather into both of these. I just think it adds to the overall piece. I'm going to use E6000 again, but I need to go grab another tube, I think. So let me go do that real quick. Add glue. Place it in. Push down. Make sure your circle is lined up, follows the pattern. Set this in to place and push down. All right, so we are going to let this dry and we will come back to it in just a little bit. Okay, so I let it sit overnight, drying. And now we are going to go ahead and add the screws. We aren't going to worry about how that looks because we won't see it once it's assembled. So we are going to add our screws. Be easier with a screwdriver. Okay, so now what we can do is insert into our stand. There we go. Okay, now you're going to push it down and it's going to snap into place like so. So it can hold a mug, it can hold your book, your place for your book, and then there's a place for glasses as well. Okay guys, that's it. Hopefully you found this tutorial helpful and you'll be ready to tackle your own book valet. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out the other tutorials. Thanks guys.